Good morning. Recently, I found myself comparing myself to other people a lot, and I know it's not a healthy habit and I shouldn't do it, but the thoughts intrude and I do it anyways a lot. I always end up questioning the same things. Am I living life the proper way? Am I doing things the way I should be doing them? Should I have chosen a different lifestyle? Is what I'm doing going to work out for me? And these are questions that I don't really know the answer to, but what I do know is that I chose the path I'm on. And I believe that the path I chose is the right one for me. I don't know how it's going to end up, but I got to just keep living one day at a time. To put into perspective, I graduated high school. 98% of my high school went on to go to college. So I had high school friends that went to college. I made more college friends in college. And all of those people around me graduated college and are now pursuing their 9-to-5 jobs or in higher education, like going to med school, law school, something like that, or they're accountants, finance people, or going to be doctors or some shit like that. Normal jobs to society. Everyone I know in person has chosen that path, except for me. And I feel very, very alone. I know I made the right choice with what I'm doing in life, but I can't help but wonder if I had made different decisions and chose a different life path that I know I'd be miserable in. But still, I wonder, what if I hadn't chose to be an artist? And I quickly realized I didn't choose to be an artist. I was born this way, and this was the path I've always had set out. And everything I did in my life, I did decide, but at my deepest core, I'm an artist, I'm a musician, and that's what I'm set out to do. I've met so much resistance by my friends, my peers, my family telling me, get a job, do this, live life the way that we lived life. No matter how much I question the life that I live, I never strayed away from it. And no matter how much resistance I faced, I've always just kind of crushed through it and just ignored all of it and continued the route that I'm on to be a full-time musician. And that's what I'm currently doing. And I love making music every day. And I couldn't picture a life where I'm sitting at a desk crunching numbers or doing some other bullshit. And that life is for some people, and some people enjoy that, and some people are happy just going into work, doing their job, checking out, going back home to their stable life with their family and their girlfriend or whatever they have back home. But I don't have that, and sometimes you got to make sacrifices to live the life you want to live. I would love to have financial stability. I'd love to have a significant other. I'd love to start a family. And these are things, sadly, that I have sacrificed. I don't have any financial stability. I don't have a girlfriend or anything like that. I live life pretty much alone, but this is what I chose, and I know that if I want to be an extraordinary artist, that I do have to make these sacrifices, and whether or not these things come to me later in life or not, I'm not sure. But what I do know is that staying true to my core and just making music every day and trying my best with that is all I can do. But I'm the only one that I know in real life that has chosen to pursue this path. And it's really, really lonely that no one else that I know at least, understands this sort of burning passion to just pursue an alternative lifestyle that doesn't involve, a normal job. Now, I'm not saying that no one I know is passionate. I mean, I know plenty of people that are very passionate about what they do, but they're traditional professions, traditional jobs. Like, I don't have friends that are like trying to be a professional athlete or a professional artist, professional musician or entertainer or something like that. I don't know anybody in real life like that. I know people online like that, but knowing somebody online doing something and knowing somebody in person doing something is very, very different. An analogy that I was thinking about is the decisions we take in life and the life path we choose are like roads. Some roads might have a lot of turns, other roads might have a lot of traffic lights. One road might be going to LA and one road might be going to New York. And there is no right or wrong road. It's just about where you want to go. And And sometimes you don't always know where you're going to end up. But for me to compare my road to somebody else's doesn't make much sense. I know the road that I'm creating for myself and the road I'm traveling down is the most true to my intentions at my core. And honestly, a lot of the times, my ego and my outside of persona try to interfere with that, but it always fails every time. Sometimes I think man, I gotta get a job. I gotta get I graduated with computer science, so I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get an IT or a software development job. And even my friends are like, dude, get a job. You're gonna be so rich if you get a job with your degree and your supplemental music income. If I was you, blah, 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 I'd be doing this shit too. And it's just not me. It's just not me. I can't do it. I'm just an artist. I'm just a guy that likes to walk around in the nature and go home and make music. I want to be outside and I want to make music. And I really don't want to do anything else, and I'm not going to do anything else. So this is the life I'm living, and I don't know where it's going to end up. I'm never going to think 20 years down the line, man, I should have quit music at 20 years old to just get a real job. Because I know that I'm really trying to do what is meant for me in life, to make music. And if I ignore that calling and I choose to cave into what society expects of me and what other people expect of me, I'll never be able to forgive myself if years down the line I don't have a career in music and I could have made it, but I didn't try. And I never want to have that feeling. And this is just me. You might have a different life path, and I don't know how certain you might be about what you need to do in life, but you gotta follow your heart. You can't follow what other people expect of you. You can't follow what your friends tell you to do. You can't follow what your girlfriend tells you need to be doing. You need to just be true to yourself. And when you're true to yourself, you fill your heart with a lot of love that you have to share with the rest of the people around you. And if you don't follow your heart and you don't follow your purpose, you're going to be very, very bitter. And I felt this way a lot in college because I spent so much of my time on my degree in computer science, and I spent so much time doing something that I hated, and I was just super bitter because of it. And I was super mad whenever I was at school because I knew that I shouldn't be in school. I should be in the fucking studio. And eventually I graduated, and now, life is always handing me shit and giving me all more problems to deal with. But the conflict in my head of I'm doing something every day that I shouldn't be doing because it doesn't contribute to my purpose. I don't really have that issue anymore, because now I do know that my whole day is whatever I choose it to be, and I'm not in college anymore, and every waking minute of my day I can contribute to my purpose. And I'm very grateful for that, and I understand that not everybody has that opportunity, and if you don't, you got to find a way and create it for yourself. But I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to just sit out and make music every day. And of course, I do have a lot of other issues which you can explore in the other videos, and I'll also continue to document, because I know that all the shit that I go through, other people are feeling that too.